Hello everyone, this is Mr. Lindsay with one last assignment to try. Just so you know, for you at home, this is just something we're going to try towards the end of the year. Some classes I only see like maybe one more time. Some kids might finish their project a little early, so this isn't necessarily a graded assignment, but I wanted to show you at home, so if you wanted to try it, you could. So at the end of the year, several times I've done some just real quick kind of fun little projects. So I thought we would make some string bracelets for this. Some of you may have made bracelets out of string before and might be really good at it. So we could have some experts. I wanted to show you just one simple pattern that we'll probably try at school because it doesn't take super long. So a lot of kids can start them and probably, finish them or take them home and finish them on their own. So with this pattern, I'm going to stick with two colors. But to make my bracelet a little thicker, I'm doubling the string, so I have two of each. This is just a basic crochet thread. It is pretty thin, as you can see. A lot of different strings could work. They also have floss that we call it. It's just another kind of string that's actually really good for bracelets. You might have some of that kind of string at home. So what I do is I cut a really long piece of each color. Okay, so I chose green and white for mine, and I have a really long piece of each. If you measure them, you probably want, I don't know, I say around 60 inches or more long, up to like 72 inches long. That's kind of what I start with, and then I fold them in half to double it. So basically I have two greens and two white that are about 36 inches long once I fold them in half. So you could just cut two of each color and then do about 36 inches long for each. And that's about an arm length. So, arm's length is something like this. From my shoulder to my hand, something like that long with my arms stretched out. So I could do 4 pieces like that and do 2 of each color, or do a really long piece of each and fold them. That's what I did. So I'm going to fold mine in half now. So I actually have 2 of each color now. So I have 2 green and 2 white. Now at the top, where the fold is, where they're folded in half, I'm going to tie a knot here. So I take my string, wrap it around, and this is like there, so I just put it through and tie a knot. So they're all tied together at the top and it won't come apart right there. Okay, so there's my knot. And then I take a piece of tape, any kind of tape works, and I just tape it down to the table. There's different ways to do that, but here at school I just have kids tape them down to their desk or their table. So I'm going to tape that down here above my knot. And then I separate my colors. So I'll have my 2 green together and my 2 white. Like I said, I double these so that my bracelet's a little thicker. I like that look, so I'm going to split these apart and have my 2 green together and my 2 white. Okay? And then when you tie these to make the bracelet, those of you who have done string bracelets before, it's kind of like the number 4. So I'm going to leave the 2 white down here. I'm going to take the 2 green, put my finger like this and put it over. See how it kind of looks like the number 4? A lot of kids think of it that way. So they're separate. I kind of go like this, and then I'm going to pick this up and put the green under and through that little loop. I'm doing this slow so you can see it. Pull it all the way through. I'm holding the 2 white ones down to the table, and I take my greens and I slide them up to the top and pull it tight right under my knot. And I'll do a pattern, like maybe I'll do 5 green. There's 1 green. So I'm going to go over, under, and through, pull it through, slide that up. There's 2 green, and I continue like that. So let me zoom in a little bit so maybe you can see that better. Okay, so the number 4 is going over the white ones, and I go under and through that little loop. Hold the 2 white ones tight, slide all the green ones through, and then slide it up and pull it tight. So each time it's getting tied under the last one. If you're not careful, you can tie it and slip it way up here. So you want to slide it right up tight to the knot underneath it. And I continue that until I want to switch colors. So you can do your own pattern. Maybe I do 5 green and then 5 white, 5 green, 5 white. Whatever colors you choose would work. I like to keep it simple, like I said, and I just do 2 colors, and I have 2 strings of each so that my bracelet's a little thicker. Okay, so however many I want to do before I switch. And I'm going to say, I think that's about 5, maybe it was 6, I lost count. But, okay, now, I'm going to do the same thing. Leave the green one down, though, and take the white one and go over the green, like so. And then under and through. Hold the green one down, and the white one is now going to slide up and knot right underneath. So now I'll see white in my pattern. So the number 4 over your string, under and through, and continue. Slide it up, knot it. And I keep doing that until this is long enough to end and maybe have someone help tie it around your wrist for a bracelet. So there we go. And like I said, there could be some of you at home that have done these before that you might know a better pattern, you might know a more detailed pattern. There's a lot of different patterns for tying bracelets like this. This is just one of the easiest ones that I know of to keep it pretty simple, especially if you've never made one. It's good practice. Your first one, sometimes it gets messed up. Sometimes you have some knots that don't look so nice. It takes some practice. When you get good at it, it gets easier and easier. And you just keep tying them. So right now, I have a little pattern of green and white going, and then once I have enough white, I'll switch back to my green and then do the green over top. Slide the green over the white and tie it down. And I just keep going, like I said, until I'm done. It looks like it's long enough to stop and put it around my wrist for a bracelet. Okay, I'm going to see if I can move this so you can see the design a little bit closer. If we can get that to focus. Kind of a cool little design. Let me try my autofocus there. That's better. So there it is up close. Okay, and that's what the design looks like with those 2 colors. You can see it's got a nice little twist going around. You end up with that little spiraling twist on these styles of bracelets when you're done. Okay, and keep going until it's long enough to wear. So go ahead and give it a try and see how you do.